Narrator. Hello, fantastic English learners, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast's beginner series. I'm your narrator, and I'm so happy you're here with us today. Animals are a wonderful part of our world, from our pets at home to the wild animals in nature. Many of us have a special connection to one particular animal. Talking about your favorite animal is a very common and descriptive topic in conversations. It helps you share your personal interests, describe physical characteristics, and talk about the natural world. Knowing how to describe your favorite animal in English will greatly improve your ability to communicate about your passions and engage in conversations about nature and science. That's why today we're focusing on describing your favorite animal in English. We'll explore simple words and phrases to talk about an animal's appearance, its behavior, where it lives, and what makes it so special to you. Learning these phrases will give you a great boost in your ability to share your personal experiences and engage in conversations about the natural world. In this episode, you're about to hear a natural and easy-to-follow conversation between two friends, George and Isabella. They will talk about their favorite animals, describing what they look like, their unique qualities, and why they hold a special place in their hearts. They'll use simple English, making it easy for you to understand and start talking about your own favorite animal. After their conversation, we'll have a short, active practice session to help you use these new words and phrases yourself. Listen closely to their simple English and the useful vocabulary they use. Get ready to expand your vocabulary and practice listening just by tuning in. Let's dive into the conversation. George: Hi Isabella. How are you today? I was just watching a documentary about wild animals and it made me think about my favorite one. Do you have a favorite animal, Isabella? What is it? Isabella: Hi George. I'm doing great, thanks. That's a fun topic. Yes, I do have a favorite animal. My favorite animal is the elephant. I think they are magnificent creatures. They are so big and powerful but also very intelligent and gentle. I've always been fascinated by them. What about you, George? What is your favorite animal? George: The elephant is a fantastic choice, Isabella. They are truly magnificent, just as you said. I admire their intelligence and family bonds too. My favorite animal is the owl. I love owls because they are so mysterious and wise-looking. I am fascinated by their ability to fly so quietly and their large, beautiful eyes. I think they are very elegant and clever birds. How would you describe the physical appearance of an elephant, Isabella? What does it look like? Isabella: The owl is a wonderful choice too, George. They certainly look wise and are very mysterious. Their quiet flight is amazing. To describe an elephant, I would say it's a very large gray animal with thick wrinkled skin. They have two big floppy ears and a long flexible trunk, which they use for breathing, smelling, drinking, and picking things up. They have two big white tusks that are actually long teeth, and they have four thick column-like legs to support their heavy body. They also have a small, thin tail. What about the physical appearance of an owl, George? Can you describe it? George: That's a perfect description of an elephant, Isabella. Large, gray, thick skin, big ears, a trunk, and tusks. So clear. To describe an owl, I would say it's a bird with soft feathers, usually in shades of brown, gray, or white. They have a round head with a flat face and two very large round eyes that are often yellow or orange. Their eyes are so big they can't move them, so the owl has to turn its entire head almost all the way around. They also have a sharp hooked beak and strong talons, claws, on their feet for catching prey. They are a little smaller than an eagle. Where do owls usually live, George? Isabella: That's a great description of an owl, George, especially mentioning their soft feathers, round head, and large eyes that can't move. It's fascinating how they turn their heads. Owls live in many different places around the world. They can live in forests, woodlands, and even in cities as long as there are trees for them to rest in. You might see them in a hollow in a tree or sometimes in old buildings. They often make their nests in the trees. I remember seeing a few at a nature reserve in Sintra, Portugal on a trip there. Where do elephants usually live, Isabella? George: Owls living in forests, woodlands, and even cities and making nests in trees sounds right. And it's cool that you saw them in Sintra. Elephants, on the other hand, usually live in tropical and subtropical regions of Africa and Asia. They prefer to live in grasslands, savannas, and forests. You can often find them near large water sources like lakes or rivers, as they need to drink a lot of water every day. They live in big family groups called herds. What do elephants usually eat, Isabella? Isabella. Elephants living in grasslands, savannas, and forests near water sources in Africa and Asia is exactly right, George. It's amazing that they live in big family groups. Elephants are herbivores, which means they only eat plants. They eat a lot of different things like grass, leaves, tree bark, and fruit. They can eat for up to 16 hours a day because their body is so big and they need a lot of food. They use their trunks to pull leaves off trees and put the food in their mouths. What do owls usually eat, George? George. That's a good fact, Isabella. Elephants are herbivores and eat for up to 16 hours a day. Their trunk is such a useful tool. Owls are carnivores, which means they only eat meat. They mainly eat small animals like mice, rats, rabbits, and other small birds. Some owls that live near water also eat fish. They are nocturnal hunters, meaning they hunt mostly at night. They use their excellent hearing and quiet flight to find their prey in the dark. What is one special or unique behavior that elephants have, Isabella? Isabella. Owls being carnivores and hunting at night using their excellent hearing and quiet flight is fascinating, George. It makes them very special hunters. One unique behavior that elephants have is their incredible social structure and emotional intelligence. They live in tight-knit family herds led by an older female called a matriarch. They show signs of sadness when a family member dies and they will mourn for a long time. They also greet each other by trumpeting and wrapping their trunks together. I think their deep family bonds are very special. Do you know of any unique or special behaviors that owls have, George? George. Elephants' social structure, emotional intelligence, and their ability to mourn are truly amazing and unique behaviors, Isabella. Their deep family bonds are indeed very special. Owls have a few unique behaviors. One is that they can rotate their heads almost 270 degrees to see behind them, because their eyes are fixed and cannot move. Another is their silent flight. The edges of their feathers are specially designed to muffle the sound of their wings, so they can fly and hunt without making a noise. I think this is very special and clever. Have you ever seen a live elephant, Isabella? Isabella. That's so cool, George. Rotating their heads 270 degrees in their silent flight because of their special feathers are unique and very clever adaptations. Yes, I have seen live elephants. I saw them at a large zoo in Vienna, Austria, near Schönbrunn Palace, 1130 Wien. There was a family of elephants with a baby, and it was so wonderful to watch them interact with each other. The baby was very playful. I also saw them at a nature reserve in Kenya, which was an unforgettable experience. Have you ever seen a live owl, George? George. Seeing a family of elephants with a playful baby at the Schönbrunn Palace Zoo, and also at a nature reserve in Kenya, sounds like a beautiful experience, Isabella. Yes, I have seen a live owl. I saw a few at a bird sanctuary near my hometown of Dublin, Ireland. There was a large barn owl that was so quiet and elegant as it sat on a branch. I also sometimes see owls in the evening in the park near my house, especially if I'm very quiet and lucky. It's always a special sight. Why is the elephant your favorite animal, Isabella? What do you love most about them? Isabella. Seeing a quiet and elegant barn owl at a bird sanctuary and even in your local park is a very special experience, George. I can imagine how wonderful that must be. The elephant is my favorite animal for many reasons. First, I love their intelligence and emotional depth. They are very smart and have strong family bonds, which I admire. Second, I am amazed by their gentle nature despite their massive size. They are powerful but usually peaceful. And third, they are a symbol of wisdom, strength, and memory in many cultures, and I find that very meaningful. What makes the owl your favorite animal, George? George. That's a great explanation, Isabella. You love elephants for their intelligence, emotional depth, gentle nature, and for being a symbol of wisdom and strength. Those are very powerful reasons. The owl is my favorite animal for a few reasons. First, I love their mystery and unique appearance. Their large eyes and silent flight make them very special to me. Second, I am fascinated by their clever adaptations like their ability to turn their head and their quiet feathers, which make them incredible hunters. And third, I have always found them to be a symbol of wisdom and knowledge in books and stories, and I find that very appealing. What do you think is the biggest threat to elephants in the world today, Isabella? Isabella. Your reasons for loving the owl are very clear, George. Their mystery, unique appearance, clever adaptations, and their symbolism of wisdom are all great points. I agree, those are very appealing qualities. I think the biggest threat to elephants today is poaching for their ivory tusks and the loss of their habitat. Poaching is illegal hunting which has caused the elephant population to decrease dramatically. Their habitats are also being destroyed as forests are cut down for human use. These two things make it very difficult for elephants to survive and thrive. Do you think owls face any threats in the world today, George? George. Poaching for their tusks and habitat loss are definitely the two biggest threats to elephants, Isabella. It's a sad reality that we need to address. Yes, owls also face some threats. One is the loss of their habitat just like elephants. As forests and woodlands are cut down, they lose their homes and places to hunt. Another threat is the use of pesticides and chemicals in farming. These chemicals can poison the small animals that owls eat, and then the owls get sick from eating them. These are big problems for them. What's one thing we can do to help protect elephants, Isabella? Isabella. Habitat loss and the use of pesticides and chemicals are very serious threats to owls, George. It's important to be aware of these problems. One thing we can do to help protect elephants is to support conservation organizations. These organizations work to stop poaching, protect elephant habitats, and educate people about the importance of saving these animals. We can also make sure we don't buy products made from ivory, as this supports the illegal poaching trade. What's one thing we can do to help protect owls, George? George. Supporting conservation organizations and not buying ivory products are excellent ways to help protect elephants, Isabella. Those are very practical steps. One thing we can do to help protect owls is to protect their natural habitats. We can support groups that work to save forests and woodlands. We can also be more mindful of the chemicals we use in our gardens or on our farms to avoid harming the small animals that owls eat. And we can build owl boxes in safe areas to give them a place to nest. It's all about helping them live safely in their natural environment. What is your favorite animal's nickname or a common phrase associated with it, Isabella? Isabella. Protecting their habitats, being mindful of chemical use, and building owl boxes are all great ways to help protect owls, George. Those are very practical and helpful actions. A common phrase associated with elephants is, "An elephant never forgets." It refers to their incredible memory and intelligence, and it means that they have a long memory, especially for things they have experienced, whether good or bad. I love this saying because it highlights one of their most special qualities. What about owls, George? Do they have a common phrase or nickname? George, "An elephant never forgets" is a perfect phrase, Isabella. It's so true and really highlights their memory and intelligence. A common phrase for owls is being as wise as an owl. In many stories and traditions, owls are seen as symbols of wisdom and knowledge, because they have a serious look and seem to be thinking deeply. They are often portrayed as wise teachers or guides. I love this phrase because it connects with the mystery and intelligence I see in them. This has been a great chat about favorite animals. I've really enjoyed hearing about elephants. Isabella. Yes, it has been, George. I've really enjoyed hearing about owls and all their unique characteristics. It's always interesting to learn about what people are fascinated by in the animal world. George, it definitely is, Isabella. It helps us understand each other better. Well, it was really nice talking to you about favorite animals. I should probably get going now. I'm going to a bookstore to find a new book. Isabella. Of course, George. I understand completely. I hope you find a great book. It was really nice catching up with you and learning so much about your favorite animal. Have a great rest of your day. George, you too, Isabella. See you around soon. Isabella. See you, George. Practice session. Your turn to speak. Narrator. All right, fantastic learners, it's your turn to practice. I'll ask you a question about your favorite animal. Listen to my question, then say your answer aloud. Try to use the new phrases you heard today. What is your favorite animal? Good. Now what does it look like? Excellent. One more. Why is it your favorite animal? Narrator. Fantastic work. Now just quickly repeat these two important phrases after me. My favorite animal is an owl. It is a symbol of wisdom. Narrator, you're doing great. Keep practicing talking about your favorite animal in English. Conclusion. Narrator, wow, you've done an incredible job today. You just practiced a very descriptive and personal topic, talking about your favorite animal in English. You can now confidently describe an animal's appearance, its unique behaviors, and the reasons why you love it. This is a fantastic step in your English journey. Remember to use these new phrases every day. The next time you see an animal or think about your favorite one, try to describe it in English to yourself or a friend. Every time you practice, you're building real confidence step by wonderful step. Keep learning, keep speaking. Don't miss our next lesson in the beginner series. Goodbye for now.